Hello guys, how's it going? I wanted to make another video, something a little bit lighter than the last video that I made. Today I thought I would do a mid-year review on all of the new 2025 releases that I saw so far this year. July is upon us, the year is over halfway done. I have seen 27 new films that were released in the year of our Lord 2025. And I was kind of inspired by IHE's video where he did sort of the same thing of just kind of went through his letterboxed 2025 releases ranked list. I will do the same thing here and just kind of go through each movie and talk about which ones are low on the list and high on the list and why, and which ones you should probably go see that I would at least recommend as some guy on the internet who likes movies. I will have a link in the description of the video to my list and to my letterbox where you can read further in-depth reviews of these films. As of right now, this is kind of an off-the-cuff, unscripted video. There will probably be lots of cuts and edits, so you don't have to hear me say, like, buh, and trip over my own words. But anyway, let's get started on the movies that I saw this year that I think maybe you should see. We're actually going to start with a movie that I don't think you should see. This movie is at the bottom of my 2025 releases ranked list. It is by far the worst film I saw this year, and that is the Star Trek Section 31 film starring Michelle Yeoh that is on Paramount Plus. I watched this on a whim while I had access to Paramount Plus. I am not a Trekkie, unfortunately. I mean, I have seen most of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I've seen a couple episodes of the original series. I've seen a few episodes of Deep Space Nine and a few of the films, just throughout my time watching movies. But as far as like a Star Trek completionist, I definitely am not that. This film, Section 31, focuses on Michelle Yeoh's character from the Star Trek Discovery TV show. The reason this movie is so bad is because it's trying to do what Marvel did 20 years ago almost at this point and try to make sort of an MCU but with Star Trek. And this is sort of a cloak and dagger rogues gallery film about the rejects of the, Federation doing jobs that are too dirty for the Federation to do. It's basically a ripoff of James Gunn's Suicide Squad with bad jokes. Like, think the worst of what Joss Whedon ever did. Like, bad Joss Whedon jokes crammed into a bloated, aimless movie filled with bad performances. This was really torturous to watch. It was not fun. Even the bits where I'm sure you've probably seen the clip of the actors doing a joke trying to think of a word. It was not funny. It was just stupid. It was bad. It was torturous to sit through. Easily the worst film I saw this year, bar none. Second worst film I saw this year was Another Simple Favor, which is a sequel to Paul Feig's Simple Favor with everybody's favorites, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. This movie has no reason to exist. It's one of those movies where it's just like a vacation movie for the actors, cast, and crew, This is a film that it has one joke, and it's not a very good joke, and the whole movie is just one long setup to this joke. It makes no sense. It's a waste of time. It is not fun. Do not watch this film. Next up, we've got Captain America: Brave New World, which I watched just recently. Yeah. This is a film that is basically just the worst of Marvel's excesses that we've seen in the past couple of years. The Red Hulk stuff is the best part of the movie, and it's maybe 8 minutes of the runtime. They did Anthony Mackie dirty. That's all I got to say about that one. Next up, we've got the 2025 remake of Snow White. It's bad. It's just Disney slop. For a movie that was in development hell as long as it was, it's really just not entertaining. I remember going to the theater and calling like every single thing that they did in this movie. I was able to predict it. It's just so bad. I want to talk more about this movie, but I kind of want to leave this list spoiler free, but it's not very good. The original Snow White, for what it is way better than this. Rachel Ziegler's okay. The dwarves are nightmare fuel. It's a bad film. Also, speaking of bad films, The Electric State. What can I say about The Electric State? It's got maybe some of the most atrocious needle drops of any movie I've ever watched. It's like the Russo brothers took $320 million and lit it on fire. It's bad. Karate Kid Legends is up next at the number 22 spot on my list so far. We're still kind of in the bad movies part of my list. Karate Kid Legends was just kind of boring. This is kind of similar to Star Trek for me in the sense that I've only ever seen the original Karate Kid and a couple episodes of Cobra Kai, and I've not watched any of those things recently. This kind of just felt like a cash grab and a paycheck for Jackie Chan, who's maybe in the movie for 20 minutes. He's not a very large part of it at all. Ralph Macchio's fine, I guess, but it's just not a very engaging film. And from what I've read online, even fans of The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai don't really like this one. I thought it was just kind of a waste of time. Next up, we have Lilo and Stitch, which is perhaps the most mid of all of the Disney live action remakes, and I think that is saying something. Stitch is good. I think they did a good job of making Stitch look good, sound good. I mean, Chris Sanders came back and reprised his role. The little girl who played Lilo was also great, but the rest of the movie makes no sense. A lot of the CG, a lot of the space scenes look horrible. Dr. Jumba being the villain made no sense. And there were parts of this movie where I started laughing because of how much it relied so heavily on Zack Snyder slow-mo shots. If you like Lilo and Stitch, watch the original one instead, because this one kind of completely misses the point of the original film. Next up, at the number 20 spot, we have the meme movie of the year, a Minecraft movie. I didn't think it was all that bad. I know that's probably a hot take. I think it's just kind of okay. I think as like a love letter to Minecraft, it's fine, but everything else is just really schlocky. It is self-aware in a way that works and doesn't work. But yeah, I think Jared Hess and the cast and crew were kind of in on the joke and just kind of knew that they had been handed a turkey and did what they could to make it fun. I'm sure if I ever have children, this will probably be a movie I will rewatch at some point. As far as mindless kids entertainment, it's okay. I don't think it's the disaster that people make it out to be, but I also don't think it's the meme-worthy hype movie that other people make it out to be. It did not need the chicken jockey stuff that was going on in some of these theaters. Black Diamond was a film that I watched in the beginning of January 2025. I found it on Amazon Prime. I just wanted to watch something to kind of kick off the year for new releases. It's kind of a content movie, if that makes sense. It's a movie for the sake of being a movie. There's like a love triangle. There's a painting heist plot. It's very bland, very forgettable. Definitely not worth your time, but it is better than some of the movies that I have previously mentioned. Next, we have Opus. Very mid. I don't think this movie is deserving of the hate it's been getting. I don't think it's deserving of any praise at all, unfortunately. I will say Ayo Edebiri, I'm sorry, Ayo, I am butchering your name. I've actually never heard her name spoken aloud. I'm really sorry. She is on the poster of the film, as you can see, but It's really John Malkovich's movie. I think he really elevates the movie and takes it to a lot of interesting places. I loved his performance. As far as Ao's performance, it feels like something a first year drama student could do. It's a very safe role. It's a very bland role. It's just not very interesting. As far as final girl roles go, it's not iconic even in the slightest. I have noticed a trend with AO's performances that they're all characters that don't really have a whole lot of meat on the bone. I don't know whether that's just luck of the draw from the parts she's been offered or if she needs a better agent and a better manager. Next up on the list at 3 stars, we have the SNL 50th Anniversary Special. It's fine. It's SNL. It kind of felt just like an insider's show of people patting each other on the back. It felt very similar to the 40th anniversary of SNL, and I think I actually prefer the 40th anniversary to the 50th anniversary. Okay, so next at number 16, K-pop Demon Hunters. This is a Netflix film animated in the style of the Spider-Verse films. I don't know that much about K-pop, kind of noticing a trend here, but actually this I gave a 3.5 star to. This film is actually the point on the list where the films start becoming good and I could recommend. I actually do recommend you go out and go see K-pop Demon Hunters. It's really fun. The songs are catchy. The animation is really cool. I'm glad to see that Spider-Verse style applied to something completely different. It's a good time, and it's on Netflix, and I actually recommend you go check it out, especially if you are a fan of animation. Climbing up the list a little bit, we've got Novocaine, a Jack Quaid action romantic comedy thriller. It's very stupid, very fun. I liked the Chappell Roan needle drop in the background of that one scene. I really liked Amber Midthunder's performance, and I thought Jack Quaid was pretty good too. After this, another movie I can start recommending to people was The Twister, Caught in the Storm. This is a film, well, it's really a documentary about the tornado that came through Joplin, Missouri. It's a very cool documentary with some really great footage. It's about the hand of God. It's about Mother Nature. And it's not really so much a film about devastation as it is a film about healing and recovering from environmental tragedy. And I found that pretty compelling. Next up on the list is Thunderbolts. I liked Thunderbolts. I thought it was pretty good. If Captain America Brave New World was Marvel suffering from the excesses that it's been suffering from, Thunderbolts felt like a breath of fresh air. It kind of felt like a meta conversation with the film and the audience, where the filmmakers are kind of saying, yeah, we've fucked up the MCU. We don't know where to go from here. We're going to go back to our roots and kind of develop characters, build towards something, have a really emotionally engaging story. I really liked a lot of Thunderbolts. I think it's sad that it's kind of not done so well in terms of, budget and box office. Certainly not as bad as Snow White performed. I thought Florence Pugh was really good in Thunderbolts. I also really liked Lewis Pullman. I think it's a good film, and if you are kind of tired of Marvel, this one, it might not change your mind, but it might recontextualize what you think about Marvel and where it kind of is now in the zeitgeist. This really felt like a rallying cry for the MCU to try and get its shit together, and for the most part, I think it worked. Next up, we have James Gunn's Superman, his first live-action DC film in the new canon where he is the head of DC. I know he did Suicide Squad and Creature Commandos previously to this. I think Superman's great. I love that it's just like, this is a Saturday morning cartoon. This is a shot of joy. If you're watching this in the month of July, early August 2025, it's probably still in theaters, and I think it's worth going to see in theaters. It's a 7 out of 10 for me, like a 3.5 out of 5 in terms of stars. I think that it is very good. I think it knows what it is. It's not trying to be something grandiose. It's nothing you haven't really seen before, but it is just sort of just like a shot of joy. And David Cornsweet's great. Rachel Brosnahan is very, very good in this film. I definitely recommend it. I think in terms of trying to be like a Saturday morning cartoon and comic book, it's all right. It's pretty good. It's yeah, it's fun. It's fine. I don't have too much more to say about it other than you should go check it out. It's a good time. Evil Puddle, my first Moturn media film, kind of a tongue-in-cheek, so bad it's good movie. It is a movie that is the sort of culmination of a bet between two friends to see how stupid they could make a movie. And if you like meta commentary and like stupid humor and things like The Room or Neil Breen, this is in the same vein. I will say Evil Puddle feels like a movie that was made bad on purpose, and it is, but it kind of works. It's kind of like Sharknado in the sense that it kind of gets what makes the sort of bad movie auteur project work, and it's a blast. I saw an early screening of this with Matt Farley, the star and producer and writer of the film, in the theater. He had a lot to say about like artistic journey that definitely elevated the experience for me. This will be streaming around October, Halloween. It is a perfect Halloween movie. It's endlessly entertaining. If you love So Bad It's Good movies, I definitely recommend Evil Puddle. It is a riot. I really loved it. It is so funny. Okay, so now we're getting into the top 10. These are all movies that I think are really good and definitely worth going out of your way to see. Number 10, we've got Presence. Presence is interesting. It is Steven Soderbergh making a memory play that is just fully immersive. The use of the camera on the gimbal in this movie was really, really cool. I liked what this movie did. It got my brain juices flowing. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It's very good. Also undersung, like a lot of the movies on this list so far. But if you can find this, go watch it. It's really, really cool. Definitely a very refreshing take on the sort of paranormal activity, found footage style of films. Up next, we have Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme. This is a very good movie. It presents itself as sort of a cloak and dagger family comedy, kind of in the same vein as Grand Budapest Hotel or The French Dispatch, but really Wes kind of takes that atmosphere that he's been developing in those films and pushes it to its absolute limit. This film is really one man's search for God, and it becomes kind of like a Fellini art film by the end of it. It's Wes's weirdest movie, but I really liked it a lot, and I think it's worth exploring and watching. Mickey 17 at the number 8 spot. Great Robert Pattinson performance, great Bong Joon-ho movie, very sci-fi and anime inspired, and it is based off of a book, I believe. I thought it was really refreshing. I think it's really cool, the idea of a guy with a bunch of clones doing very dangerous work in space. And I think the politics of the film are a little on the head, but I really had no idea where this movie was going the whole time I watched it, and I really loved it for that. It's worth checking out. Next film on the list is Matthew Shear's Fantasy Life. This is a film I also saw early. This is like the kind of scrappy passion project independent film that every actor, writer, director dreams of making. Matthew Shear, you might know him from M. Night Shyamalan's Old. The film is very much kind of his journey through Hollywood, especially as an actor with OCD. It's a very accurate film as far as it handles OCD, and I think that's why I liked it so much. I have OCD. I think it really understands what it's like to be an artist suffering with a mental struggle. I really liked Fantasy Life. It's also about women in art and women who are aging in film and the struggle of that and the feelings that I've heard a lot of actresses talk about of going to Hollywood and putting in the work and making films and it just never happens for them. And the idea of like the sunken cost fallacy of wasting years and years of your life pursuing something you're passionate about and it never comes to fruition. Very good film. If you can find Fantasy Life, I don't know when it's coming out fully. I did see an advanced special screening of it. It's worth checking out. I thought it was really good, especially if you're a fan of indie fare. Next, number 6, Ari Aster's newest and best film, in my opinion, Eddington. I've seen this movie twice, and it just came out this weekend. I think it's really good. It's, oh man, what can I say about Eddington without spoiling it? It's a film about COVID and the pandemic, told through the lens of a very dark neo-Western, like, think No Country for Old Men, but with Facebook conspiracy theories. It is so timely, and I think Aster has matured so much as a filmmaker from even things like Hereditary and Midsommar. It is probably the best portrayal of COVID I have seen on a film, and just how divisive it was. I think if you approach this film from a left versus right perspective, you will kind of be disappointed in it. You should approach this film from a top versus bottom perspective, if that makes sense. It is nihilistic, but I don't think complacency is the point of the film. Joaquin Phoenix stars as this sheriff in this small town in New Mexico. He doesn't want to enforce mask mandates, not because he's like a Nazi or a Trumper or uneducated even. It's just like he's a very vulnerable, lonely person who's given one shred of power in their life, and they've never been able to sort of self-actualize in any other aspect of their life. So he just kind of forces his will on everybody around him, not even for a reason that he really believes in. On the other hand, you've got the mayor of this town, Pedro Pascal, who, while taking COVID seriously and is very sort of progressively aligned politically and believes the math, believes the science, knows COVID is a threat to human life, he is at the same time trying to sell out this town to a AI deep learning company. And these two men also have very bad blood between them personally. And this is a film about how division only serves the elite. It's very good, very timely, heart-pounding movie. I think it's excellent. I may see it a third time. I really liked Eddington. Now, the top 5. This is where I feel like I'm locked the fuck in. These are 5 movies I recommend to anybody to go check out. I loved these. These are all 5-star movies if you care about my Letterboxd rankings and scores. First off, we have Companion. Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid again. This is a brilliant sci-fi thriller that knows exactly what it is and knows how to deliver that. This movie had me on the edge of my seat. It did not overstay its welcome. It's great. I really liked Companion. Next up, we have Alex Garland's Warfare. He co-wrote and co-directed this with Ray Mendoza, and the film is basically a 1-to-1 experience that Mendoza had while he was in the Navy SEALs in Fallujah in 2006. This isn't so much a film as it is an artist trying to compartmentalize and process a horrible thing that happened to them. This movie is scary. It gets combat really, really right. Not only are these guys in this movie getting shot at, but they have to deal with like spalling, you know, when a bullet hits like a cement wall next to them, it creates fragments that like cut them. They're being just hounded by all sides. There's one guy who's just basically reduced to a living pile of meat. It's a very horrifying, scary movie with incredible vision, incredible sound design, incredible staging and blocking, incredible action choreography, and it is not cinematic either. It's not like a guy stands on a roof and is shot dramatically. It's like you don't see guys shooting at you popping up. It's like you are just getting shot at, and it's chaotic and scary. Really great experience film. I thought it was wonderful. It's a great film. Next up, we have Tim Robinson, Friendship. This is a hilarious, hilarious movie. It's a fucked up movie. It is about a guy who wants to become friends with his neighbor, and just everything just falls off. It is crazy, this movie. It works on multiple levels. It's not only about how men struggle to find friendships in today's society, but it's about drug addiction, males having trouble finding traditional roles in their lives. It's about how obsession is very, very dangerous, particularly when you become obsessed with a person. This movie spoke to me in many, many, many ways. I loved Friendship. It is harrowing and real and just cuts to the quick. It's a great film. Next up, we have the Netflix miniseries Adolescence. This is incredible. 4 hours, 4 episodes, 4 1-hour episodes to clarify. Each one shot in one take. This is perhaps the best film I've seen about online radicalization and cyberbullying and the dangers of being thrown into the manosphere online at a young age. It's harrowing. It is an absolutely incredible 4 hours. I was very, very touched by Adolescence. I think it's great. If you have Netflix, it's on there. It is a 4 hours well spent. Can't recommend it enough. And finally, speaking of things that I cannot recommend enough, Sinners. I love this film. It is a historical drama. It is a modern day retelling in a way of From Dusk Till Dawn, but really it's about the Black experience in America during the Jim Crow era. It is a film about the power of music. It is a film about finding and losing love. It is incredible, this movie. It is just, words can't even describe how good Sinners is. I have written extensively about it on Letterboxd. Go check it out. Sinners is also a film about vampires and vampirism. It's about race and how race presents itself, and about how music is cannibalized. It's so good. It is so, so good, this movie. It also has vampires in it, and I wrote a book about vampires that you should go check out. Bye!